Okay, since I just did a bit on the chargers, I figured I'd touch up on the batteries a little bit. I'm going to start with this little one right here. This is an 8.4 volt 1500 milliamp mini battery. Now 8.4 volts is kind of the standard for airsoft. Most guns are recommended to use an 8.4 volt, and so that's what most people use. Now 8.4 volt has a direct relation to the rate of fire. Okay, if your voltage goes down, your rate of fire is going to go down. If your voltage goes up, your rate of fire goes up. The milliamp hours is basically how long you can play, how long this battery is going to hold its charge. So this is a 1500 milliamp battery on 8.4 volts. Depending on what gun it's in, I would guesstimate that this battery could probably last about 2 to 2.5 hours. There's a lot of variables that go into that timing. That's just a guesstimate. Okay, now this battery is a 9.6 volt stick battery. Now if you'll notice, the batteries are made up of a bunch of different batteries, and those are called cells. So the 9.6 volt battery has 8 cells in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each one of these cells has 1.2 volts. So do the math. This particular battery has 1400 milliamps. So in comparison to the 8.4 volt battery, this 9.6 stick is probably going to give your gun a faster rate of fire, but it probably won't last as long because it only has 1400 milliamps versus this 1500. So this is a pretty quick comparison of how you can compare the two different types of batteries. Now, this battery is a 9.6 volt 3600 milliamp crane stock battery. Now you can see that these cells are a lot bigger, okay, and that's due to the 3600 milliamps. The 3600 milliamp cell batteries will probably last anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, again depending on what kind of gun it is. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.6 volts, same as the stick battery, but this one is going to last a lot longer because it has more milliamps in it. Now moving on to this one, this is a 10.8 volt battery. Again, 3600 milliamps in each cell, so this battery is probably going to last about 6 to 8 hours depending on what gun it's in. 10.8 volts though means that it's going to shoot really fast. Now the biggest problem with this is obviously the size. This is not going to fit into a lot of guns. So in comparing these four here, the 8.4 is going to be the weakest. The 9.6 is going to shoot faster, but this one has the least amount of milliamps, only 1400. Both of these batteries have 3600 milliamps, so they're going to last a long time, but this 10.8 is going to make the gun shoot a lot faster. Now, we're moving on to this last type of battery. This is called a lithium polymer or Lipo battery, or Lipoly. It has a lot of nicknames. Lithium polymer is a different kind of cell. Okay, so this battery only has 3 cells, whereas this one has 9, this one has 8, and so on and so forth. The Lipolys are beneficial because you can have a very strong power source in a very small package. This thing has 11.1 volts, and look how much smaller it is than the 10.8. So you can have a high rate of fire in a small package. So that's why there's a big shift in the airsoft market towards Lipoly batteries. And this particular battery has 2800 milliamps. So this has 11.1 volts, so it's going to make the gun shoot pretty fast. 2800 milliamps. You'll probably get a decent 3 to 4 hours of playing time out of this battery. And it's a big power source in a small package. This pretty much covers these kind of batteries. There's a lot of different batteries out there. There's even new types of lithium batteries. It's up to you to choose which one's right for your application.